Good everybody. Jamie and I did drop from 97 to 96 subscribers, so make sure you're still subscribed. They like to play games with you, don't they? Don't know what this came up. This went to the night's visions. So Jamie, we had an amazing, very edifying discussion, about different topics of the Bible and things that she challenges me on to really dig deep on. And I like that. And I suggested to her, what was it, Jamie? The great city of that whole study. I tell you what, just so we don't take anybody's time or your time, when you go to that a Bible study channel and you click playlist, if you go, Jamie, or anybody, to Revelation 5th study, let's pinpoint it for you. The great city, Revelation 17. And the woman that you saw is the great city. Okay. Now let's key in 18. So 17 and 18. What is the great city in Revelation 16? So I want to get it for you so we can search the right one. It's going to be a lot faster if I just scroll down, because I know Revelation pretty good. That's why I do the studies over and over and over and over. And I do change my mind. Jamie wasn't sure that I'm just regurgitating the same stuff, but you can't do Bible studies in the spirit without learning new stuff. And the woman which thou sawest is that great city. So it's a city. And I told her that represents ground zero for Mystery Babylon, which is not only where they killed Jesus, so they love that city, but where the Antichrist declares himself that he's Jesus, or that he's God. So they love that city. And I said, I'm pretty sure I told her that it was in 18 where they destroy that city. And so I really do. And alas, that great city. Okay, and like unto this great city, and found in her was found the blood of the prophets. So, it's become the habitation of devils. And Mystery Babylon, I told her, is the whole earth. I told her 18 or 19, realizing it was also in 17. Let me find what I'm looking for so I don't waste your time. It was 17. When we Googled it last night on the cell phone, it came up 17. So the 10 horns, which thou sawest the beast, that they shall hate the whore, okay, which is Israel. They want to destroy that land, Israel, because that's God's land. It's where Jesus died. That's precious land. But of course, God is going to get it cleansed, okay? And for God hath put it in their hearts to fulfill his will, and agreed to give their kingdom unto the beast, until the words of God shall be fulfilled. And the woman which thou sawest, that great city which reigneth over the earth, So the 10 horns which thou sawest, they shall hate the whore and make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. They're going to destroy that land. And God put it in their hearts to fulfill the will and agree to give their kingdom to the beast until the words, and the woman which thou sawest is the great city. So they're going to make desolate the great city of Israel. They're going to destroy Israel. And so, Jamie, we're going to look at Gog and Magog. We're just going to look at all kind of stuff. I never really understood the Gog and Magog thing. So she's Gog and Magog in the Bible. So it looked like it was in 4 different parts when we Googled it last night. Revelation 28 clearly identifies Gog and Magog. I don't know if I agree with that, because Revelation 20 is about judgment. Let me look up Gog. And let me look up Magog. If I spell it right. So Gog is in First Chronicles, Ezekiel, Revelation. Yeah, that's just judgment. Totally judgment. That's all that is. So we have to get the meaning behind Gog and Magog here. And it shall come to pass at the same time when Gog shall come against the land of Israel, saith the Lord, that my fury shall come in my face. So it's judgment, where God, of course, destroys them with the fire. That's judgment. And I told Jamie that perhaps there's an Old Testament version of God's fury and anger, and then a New Testament version, and which is judgment. So I'm going to let Jamie research this and let her be the expert on this. Magog, Genesis, First Chronicles, Ezekiel, and Revelation. I will send fire on Magog and among them that dwell carelessly in the isles, and they shall know that I am the Lord. Yeah, it looks like there's an Old Testament version, because in the New Testament, it's a pretext to judgment. And I guarantee you that what was going on there was God putting his judgment on them. They had done something, I would bet you, to make God judge them this way, because Revelation 20 is judgment from stem to stern, from head to toe. So yeah, good stuff. Jamie's got us working. And this is the kind of stuff I love. This is what really edifies us and really, allows that Holy Spirit to really come upon us in the best of ways. Let's look at Acts in the New Living. When they heard the loud noise, everyone came running, and they were bewildered to hear their own language being spoken. Oh, what I was going to tell you, Jamie, if you go to Daniel playlist, because I thought about, and you would go to the Revelation, and any of y'all, like if y'all want to know the judgment, go to Revelation 5th study and hit up 20. It ends with 19 and will roll over to 20. So Revelation 19:21 to 26, and then Revelation 27 through 2015. So it's a Tuesday, Wednesday Bible study. All right. And as far as, you know, I don't know if I did any better than what I did tonight, but 17. Whatever verses I told you, whatever we read, it looks like that's all in, looks like it's in a Tuesday study, Revelation 17, 10 through 18, I believe, right? And so my Daniel study, we're about to go through Daniel 9 in a week or two. And I want Jamie to look at that in advance and see what she thinks in my Daniel 4th study. And it's going to be Revelation. It's going to be, I'm sorry. I thought I clicked Daniel 4th study. Daniel 4th study. Oh. And Jamie, if you go down to Daniel, the one we're doing today is 10 through 15. That was a Wednesday study. Back on November 25th. So the Daniel 9, Jamie, it would be a Saturday study, Daniel 9, 25 through 10:3. And I made it that way, I think on purpose, because I wanted to get 25, 26, 27 all in there together. So that's a Saturday Bible study. It begins with Matthew 12, 42 through 49. There we go. So everybody came running and they were bewildered to hear their own languages being spoken by believers. So various languages like we were discussing. It's a language. It's not any babbling. They were completely amazed. How can this be? They exclaimed, these people are all from Galilee, and we hear them speaking in our own native languages. Here we are, Parthians, Medes, Elamites, people from Mesopotamia, Judea, Cappadocia, Pontus, the province of Asia. This is just good stuff right there. So all these different areas, can't really pronounce them all, Egypt and Libya and Rome, Cyrene, all these different areas, Cretans and Arabs. And we all hear these people speaking in our own languages about the wonderful things God has done. They stood and were amazed and perplexed. What can this mean? They asked each other. And we're at 6 through 16 today. So we'll go back, but I just wanted to go back and look at, I did it on Facebook is what I did. Went back and did a pretty good study. They asked each other, and the last verse of today's study, I stopped at 12 so far. We'll go to 13. But others in the crowd ridiculed them, saying, they're just drunk. That's all. And let's move on now to Daniel. And of course, this is Daniel 7. This is about the Antichrist. A fiery stream issued and came forth from before him. Thousands ministered unto him, and 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. The judgment was set and the books were opened. So this takes you all the way through. Yesterday it was the Ancient of Days, and now it's through judgment, which I told you is Revelation 20. And now it's going to go back and start talking about, so it's, in 9 and 10, it told you that God wins this battle, but now we're going to go back and continue to tell the story of the Antichrist. I beheld then, because the voice of the great words which the horn spake, I beheld even till the beast was slain, and his body destroyed and given to the burning fire, judgment. As concerning the rest of the beast, so it gave you the abomination of desolation and judgment. As concerning the rest of the beast, they had their dominion taken away, and their lives were prolonged for a season at a time. I saw in the night's visions, and behold, one like the Son of Man came in the clouds, and came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him near before him. So again, I'm sorry, we haven't gotten back to the Antichrist yet. Still talking about God's dominion on the earth and how he will win in the end. And there was given him dominion and glory and kingdom, of all the people, nations, and languages should serve him. His dominion is everlasting dominion, which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. I, Daniel, was grieved in my spirit. Why is Daniel grieved? Because God wins? No, because this is all about the Antichrist. He's telling you that God wins, but now he's about to, in tomorrow's study, we'll get back to the Antichrist. I, Daniel, was grieved in my spirit in the midst of my body, and the visions of my head troubled me. Why? Well, we'll find out tomorrow. Love you very much. Ask questions anytime. That's what I'm here for.